How about now? Can you hear me now? Maybe. Yeah. Thanks, guys. Heinz Racing, thanks for joining. I feel like I could almost be faster by typing to you guys than responding. And I'm getting some warnings on YouTube saying my bit rate is lower than recommended. Maybe that's part of my issue. Oh, so Charlie, going back to your question on the social distancing, it's going well. You know, we're doing our typical hanging out as a family, and I'm now here at the shop. How's it been for you guys? You guys live in the big city. Hey, Cody, thanks for joining. Barricading yourself with toilet paper to keep the zombies at bay. That's funny. Well, you're it's kind of weird right now. I'm talking to you guys, and then I see the the preview of myself, but it's delayed by a few seconds, so it's weird. I'm like I'm talking to you guys, and then I see myself and I hear myself again saying what I just said. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Again, I'm learning OBS and live streaming on the fly with you guys. Figured, you know, what's a better time than social distancing? We can hang out together and you can watch me fumble through this. So I don't know if I've given you guys a proper tour of the shop. I don't know who's seen videos that I've posted. Any of you guys? Could give you guys a quick tour. Okay, well that's good. You can hear me, but not the you know the reverb me. Heinz, watch them all, but need more. Okay, I can work on that. You just look like you're talking slower, as in like I'm physically just talking slower, and or is it delayed? Well, if you guys, I was gonna try and do it on my desktop, the streaming, but I didn't have OBS set up on that yet. I only have it on my laptop, which is right here. I'm on the workbench. And so if I can, I might get, and if this goes successful, I might try and do it on the desktop next time. Maybe get like a webcam, and if I figure out OBS, maybe that's a little bit better. No delay, just dealing with your voice playing back. Oh wait, here I can just do this. Yeah, I muted myself on the preview. Is that better? Yeah, I screwed up the camera. But this So talking about videos and stuff coming up, I got some scrap aluminum that I'm going to be using to do some rigid tap testing. I haven't done it yet on this machine, and I want to try out Fusion and see if the post works and if this guy works. I think it's set up for rigid tapping, but I've never actually done it on here. And so I got cheap Chinesium tap. I just want to try it out, and if it crashes and I lose a tap, oh well. But if everything goes well, then I'll get a proper tap. Um, this one is actually an 836. I might go a little bit bigger than this for my first one, but I don't know what else do I have over here. But yeah, I was gonna, I can't remember if it was on YouTube or on Instagram, but someone recommended that I drill a bigger hole than the typical um, hole needed for tapping, and then I would just, essentially just drill again, but with the tap. And if it was off, it wouldn't do anything, or you could actually see like maybe a light scoring of where the threads were. So I think I'm gonna try that, but I was gonna do it while I'm streaming, but you know I don't know if I can. Um, what else is new? Well, if you guys follow me on Instagram, you guys, if I scoot you over here, I'll see if I can. Over here, you guys can see I put a um, a little raised portion over here on the bench. Wait, let me just go back to my screen. So I'm going to maybe if I can maybe take you guys over there. Let's see here. Maybe it's let's see here. Going on the fly. So if you guys look, I got my one printer down here and I got another one up here. And so right now, what I'm going to do is I need to recut this bracket right here. This bracket, as you can see, it's acrylic and it cracked during my last move. Actually, when I moved everything out to the shop here, because this previously was all set up in the previous house I lived in the garage. And now that I have I'll say a proper shop or a more of a regular, you know, area I can work in and not have to worry about, family or other stuff going on. I can just have a dedicated spot where I can do everything. It's, I can leave it there and I can now fix it and get it up and running again. I also got some more filament. So that's going to be part of the next things I'm going to be doing in the shop. Oh, Cody, I saw your comment. Compressor's working great. I think it's a workhorse. Um, my previous one, if you see my previous air compressor video, I had my little 12-gallon, the little Craftsman ones, like from the 90s. I'm sorry, I'm getting an error from YouTube, and I'm hoping that it will resolve itself. Let me know if you guys can see me. It's saying my video isn't streaming smoothly. So yeah, Cody, compressor is good. I really like it. I really like putting the lines up on the wall. I've got plenty of hookups for. Oh, thanks, Charlie. It was probably because maybe I unplugged it and maybe it went into standby mode or power saving mode. But Cody, what are you looking at for compressors? gonna change my latency, but am I still streaming? I think I am. That's fine now? Awesome. Awesome. Thanks, Charlie. So Charlie, have I given you a proper tour of the shop? I know we don't want to get to hang out outside of you know, work. Alrighty. So give you a quick shop tour. I'll turn you here. You can see the machine, the Fidel. You can see it, right? Wait, where's the arrow? There we go. Fidel. VMC 15, which means 15 horsepower. It's a lot more beefy than where. Oh, I forgot to show you guys. I I got a shirt made, and if you scan that, guess where it goes? It goes to the YouTube channel. So okay, so besides that, I got the machine. Previously to that, before I had the shop and I had a space to call my own. If I turn you guys this way, you can see it way back there. Wait, right there. That's the very first project of my own CNC that I had or built, which is a router. Uh, it does wood stuff. I've done some aluminum. I made this guy, a little Porsche, you can see. And that was fun. That was one of the first, surfacing things I did. And then I got this guy. I made this actually before I got the mill. This was a small little bracket that I got, or that I was asked to make. Um, I think it's for stepper motors, which is what this looks like. With the circle and the four holes. That was a little test piece I made. That took forever to do on that router, taking like super light cuts, and I think it was like a couple of hours to cut it out because I had an 1/8 inch um, end mill, and I was just taking super light cuts all around, 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 around. It's no Datron machine. Those things are wicked fast. Um, but yeah, that's my very first machine that I built. I would unplug you and show you guys, but sounded like last time I did that, the video kind of stuttered, so I won't do that. So I've had that for maybe 10 years, and I think that was 2010-ish is when I first built that. So that was my very first, my own CNC. I ran CNCs before, and I have since. Um, what else we got? Shop computer. That's for the router, but also I've used it for printing and for the laser and stuff. I shift you guys this way, you might be able to see it. We got, oh, maybe shift a little bit more. So I got this guy, laser cutter, super cool. I haven't used it in a while. I need to still set it up. I got the water and stuff set up underneath it. I need to plumb it all, and then also you can see the fan up here, exhaust fan that comes onto the back. I was thinking about maybe drilling a 4-inch hole up by the ceiling to well, I'm getting texts. So basically, I was going to going back to our conversation. I'm sorry, I got distracted by text. Going to drill a hole up in the top for the exhaust, and then I can't decide if I'm going to do that or do what I've always done, which is just use. I have the dryer tubing, you know, that aluminum kind of like spun. It's like a spring with like a the aluminum around it. Actually, this stuff. So I'd use this and I would just drag it out and go out to the door. I can't decide if I'm going to do that or if I'm going to drill a hole in the side of the wall and go from there and just go straight out the building. I just don't want to drill a hole. Now it might be perfectly fine. It's just like one more access point for bugs or something else to happen. So I'm going to actually use that. That's what I use to cut the acrylic for that printer. So I'm going to do that again. I'm going to cut it out and put it back on the printer, that acrylic piece, and then get the printer going again. And one reason I'm getting the printer going again is if you see over here, I'm going to spin around. I don't know. Let me get the mouse real quick. Right there. You can see the lathe. You get the lights in the way. But you got the small little lathe right there. That's been on my project list to do for a while now, and it's still on the list. But I want to print stuff out, and I'm probably gonna make some mock-up boards, for plates, for the motors, for the ball screw and everything. I just want to get some mock fitting up and seeing how things fit, and if my design looks good, fits, and then once I do the printer pieces and the wood pieces on the router, get it mounted up and mocked up, everything looks good, then I'll move over to the Fadal and cut stuff out of aluminum and then go from there and hopefully build a real kit, something I can either just convert that one, or people are interested in it, I'll make more, and maybe that'll be something I can provide to the community. So that's over there. What else I got? Got the desktop over here, my desk that was recently moved. It's really hard to figure out where to point. So that was recently moved out here, and then compressor is over there in a corner by the overhead door. And then what else we got? I got some random stuff up on the shelf over here. I got a vinyl cutter that I used to use a lot. I used to make stickers for people, and I don't do that much anymore. But vinyl cutter is up on the shelf, and that's pretty much it. Bunch of power tools, the usual drills, impacts. The laptop sitting on the workbench. So I'd show you all my tools that I have, but can't exactly just point the camera straight down. So I did go through and I found, for those of you that follow me on Instagram, you've seen that I already posted about this. But I got this huge box of duplicate wrenches and sockets and everything that I already have one of. And so I don't know what to do with that now. Just got a message that someone wasn't able to see me on YouTube. Let me know if you guys can still see me or if the stream's working. Make abstract art with with all those wrenches. That would be some abstract art. I was thinking about actually um, making another table. I have a table in the house that I made with plywood that I split up and then put some resin in and made it look all artsy. I was thinking about doing that again, maybe with, maybe making a cutout and putting wrenches in there and then filling it up with resin. I don't know how good that would be, but I don't know. Just still thinking about that. Do that, I'll just give it away, or I don't think I'll sell it. It's just too tedious to do that. But yeah, a lot of extra wrenches. My drawers now are a lot more clean and organized, or at least the top one is. I still got to go through the rest of them. Weld it together and make a coffee table. Yeah, I might do that. Weld them all together to make something. I guess it goes back to your abstract art idea. Um, so yeah, that's life right now. And then with this whole quarantine or even just social distancing, we're not all in a quarantine yet, or maybe some people are. Um, it's been kind of weird. I'm thinking about just ordering stuff on Amazon. I don't know if it's actually going to get here. 'Cause I don't know if at what point do the postal people not work or not do anything. So, what should I do now? Yeah, yeah. If the mail stops, we're all in trouble. Keep realizing I see my preview in the video, and I keep realizing I'm doing what they tell you not to do, touching my face. Apparently don't do that, or else you'll get the virus if you touch something dirty. So are the grocery stores crazy over by you, Charlie? We've still been able to do the whole order online and do the pickup. That's been nice. Living in a There's still a madhouse over there. Yeah, I imagine being a more populated. I'm luckily not in a really populated area, so it hasn't been too bad. But talk about the things I've done around the house with the Fidel. Not much. Are you serious? People are stealing the grocery cart sanitizer stands. I mean, I heard that the sanitizer, like the hand stuff, people have been like hoarding it or like buying a bunch of it, or you can't buy it online anymore. Like that plus Clorox, like bleach and other cleaning supplies. I've heard about that, but stealing stuff from the store, that's a whole nother. Now, why would they be hoarding milk? Doesn't that go bad? I thought you'd want like just enough for. I guess you could freeze milk. We've done that before. Lots of silliness. Yeah. Did I show you guys the part that I did for Johnny Five? Here's the screw up part that I did. Easy, you can see that. It's pretty bright behind me. But this is a bracket. This is missing the holes up here. That's supposed to be there. But this is the screw up part because I don't know if you can see, but wait, wrong way. I screwed up the deburr, or that it's supposed to be a chamfer, like a super light chamfer around here. And for some reason, when I flipped the part to do that break edge around this inside area, it was off by like 200 thou. And so I feel like I just did you know, a fat finger or something, but the second part I did it's perfectly fine. It was just on this part for some reason it was off. I forget where exactly this is supposed to be on Johnny Five, but NYCNC has a video. Maybe I'll post it in the description that they show where in the body that this goes. I think it might be like down on the side or something, but I think a motor. Talking to Ed, it was supposed to be a motor goes in here and or it's mounts for something, but that was a cool project. And then I already talked to you guys about the rigid tapping I want to do. You say stay away from people for a while and keep using soap to wash hands. Yeah, I've heard that some people have said that the hand sanitizer is not as clean or as good as using just regular old soap and water. Which we got plenty of that because every time I go to a hotel, I'll take the extras with me because we like to put them in the guest bathroom. That way, when we have guests come over, they have something that we don't have to like keep monitoring the soap level. We just have a whole bunch of hotel samples in there. I can show you guys this too. Something I worked on. This way, probably one of the first things I did with the Fidel. Made a little cutout of the logo that I have. didn't actually finish it. This is actually when I first set up the machine. I had a half-inch end mill that I did for all the contouring around the outside and the inside here, and I actually forgot. I think I was setting up and I had to leave, and I came back and I didn't totally tighten down the collet, and so it cut around, cut around. You can see the top of it is flat. Well, that's because it during one of the finishing passes or the roughing passes, I forget which one it was, but the actual tool slipped out and it crashed and it actually tore up the steel jaws I have on the vise. You can see there. I don't know how easy you can see it, but there. How easy can you see that? But you can see they're a little bit torn up here. So that was a not so good day, but I was able to fix it, find it, run it again, and everything was good. So all right, we're coming up to maybe an hour being here. It's been fun trying to use OBS and YouTube and stream. Is there anything I missed? I don't think so. Probably gonna try. Actually, I'm gonna try and see the stream online to see how well it's going. Look at that. I can see myself. Okay, well that's good. Can you hear myself? Let's see here. Alrighty. Thanks guys for dropping in. It's been an adventure trying to learn OBS and just trying to learn how to live stream. It's probably not the best live stream, but can only get better from here, I guess. So I am probably going to cut it out here, and maybe when I get stuff more, ironed out, I can make this a little bit better and maybe more interactive. So till next time, thanks for following along. Typical plug. If you haven't already, subscribe or follow me on Instagram. Post a lot on there, more than on YouTube. So stay safe. Don't go too crazy. Just be smart about stuff. I have some friends who are going crazy about everything, and some who are, not as crazy. Just, be smart about stuff. Wash your hands. So, thanks for following along. Thanks for joining this live stream, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.